You all ready for Shabbos, honey?
Hmm?
You all ready for Shabbos?
Not really.
Oh, Mr. Lange.
Hello, you're always the first one. You're always on time.
Well,
You're always on time.
I'm a little bit of a yeke, you know.
Huh? Oh, man. Rough today.
What?
Rough today with the heat.
Yeah, well, I think yesterday was worse.
Wow, really?
I think yesterday was much hotter.
Did you work today?
You have to ask me, when don't you work? It's easier. Shabbos and Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
And then, if it's not the Yontif Motzei Shabbos, I'm on the phone again.
Okay.
Well, that's okay.
Half of my family keeps one day. But,
Oh, your family, yeah, of course.
yeah.
Even though I don't really understand that. I know they're visiting, but shouldn't they adhere by where you are now here? I don't
Well,
know.
because
Maybe.
they don't do malacha. They don't do any malacha, but they don't. You know, they put like on Sunday. He puts tefillin on. My grandson, they
Oh,
put tefillin on.
oh,
They don't do any malacha.
oh, okay.
You can't
Okay,
keep
we're
it.
on Nun Aleph 51, Ahmed Bays. So Mincha tomorrow is, I think, at 6, right, Johnny?
The
Yes.
the Daf Yomi should be at 5 tomorrow.
5 o'clock. Okay, so we'll
And
see everybody at
Sunday,
5 o'clock.
and Sunday should be 4:55.
5 o'clock is both tape. Let's make it 5 o'clock.
Okay, okay, all
Where
right.
in shul?
In shul.
Okay.
Yeah.
In shul, because we don't need I mean, tomorrow, if you want to eat in the sukkah by Johnny, we can.
Whatever you want. I don't need on a sukkah and Shmini Atzeres, but what
Okay, then let's just meet in the shul.
Okay.
Okay. Nun Aleph Amud Beis. Elalav Damadu Achatz Mikem. He told, he didn't tell, he said, one of you is Makudish to me. He was talking to 5 women, and in the women are 2 sisters. Ein achayos mekudashos. The sisters, because they're not kiddushin that Masura Labia, because you can't sleep with your achos ishto. The Rava Kasha Reisha, Labai Kasha Seifa, Bai Mataret Fatame, Rava Mataret Fatame. Each one explains according to their reason. Abai Mataret Fatame, Kaddish Isha Ubita. If a man gives kiddushin to a woman and her daughter, or Isha Vachoiso Ka'achas, in one shot, Eina Mekudeshes. Ha, if he said to them, Achas mi Isha Ubita, or Achas mi Isha Vachoiso, he says, one of you will be Mekudesh to me, Mekudeshes. And they would need a get if they want to marry somebody else, even though it's not Kiddushin Ruin Labia. But im Omar Haru'i Labia Tiskadishli, if he says the one that is Roy for Bia to me, ain't a Mekudeshes. Because neither one are Roy Labia, because he doesn't know which one is Achos Ishto. Umaysanami b'chamish noshim uven shtei achayos v'liket echad kakol shnei v'amar haru'i li mikem Labia tiskadishli. He gave them a basket of figs and said, whoever is fit for me to should be miskadish. V'amar chachamim ein achayos mekudoshes. The 2 sisters are not mekudish to him. Rava metar tzatame. Amekarish achas mi isha ubita or achas mi isha v'achoisa. He says, one of you will be mekarish to me. Nasa kamisha kiddush isha ubita isha v'achoisa kachas. It's the same case if he gave both of them kiddushin. Ve'ena mekudoshes. Because it's not kiddushin misurin labia. U'ma'is nami b'chamish noshim v'hen shtei achayos v'liket echad kalkal shel te'eni v'amarei kulchem v'achas. All of you, v'achas b'shtei achayos mekudeshes li b'chakol azu. V'amar chachamim ein achayos mekudeshes. Because he said one of the sisters, Toshma, Hamekadish is bito stop. he has a lot of daughters, and he was Makadish one of his daughters to a man. He doesn't know who. Eina boigres bichlal. The daughters that are above 12 and a half, he has no permission to Makadish them. Haktanis bichlal, implying that the minor daughters are Mekudeshes. V'amai? Kidushin shemus ren lebianinu. If there's other sisters, whoever you sleep with, it's going to be achos ishto. To Yufta the Rava. Because it says it is a Kiddushin. There was only one girl above 12 and a half and one Ketana. So there's no mixture. But Haboigros, which is plural Ketani, my Boigros means he talked about the category of Boigros. Ihachi Mailamin, what's a Chiddush? The Shavise Shaliach, maybe he made the elder daughter Shaliach for him, for the older daughter to
Ernie, it froze.
what was that?
No, it looked like your image froze. Okay, I'm sorry.
How to say Kiddush Makabel? If he accepts Kiddushin, he accepted Kiddushin for the older one. He won't leave the Kiddushin for the younger one because he gets the money for that. Milo Askinan, are we talking about a case? The Amarle Kiddushin Ledidcha. Let's say the older daughter says, whatever money I get, I'll give to you. So it doesn't necessarily mean that he's interested in the younger one. He could be interested in the older one. He has a chiyuv to marry off his minor daughter. The mitzvah. Toshma. Mi sheyesh lo shtei kitei bonos. Person has two wives, and he has a group of daughters from one wife, group of daughters from the other wife. And he says, I accepted Kiddushin on behalf of my oldest daughter, but we don't know any of that im agdoila shel agdoilos. Is it the older daughter of the older wife, or im doila shebiktanos, or im ktana shebikdoilos, which is still gedolim and agdoila shebiktanos? Kulan asuros. She has to get a get. All three of these women have to get a get. Chutz miktana shebiktanos, except for the youngest daughter. She could get married without a get. Divrei me. Now, these are also kiddushin that are not nimsra labia, because one of these might be achos ishto. Yet we say it's a kiddushin requiring a get. Kashan rava. Hoch ma'eskinon kishehukru lasof nisarvu. He didn't just accept stam kiddushin. He knew who he accepted for. After that, he forgot. So the kiddushin is chal misof. Dekenami diktani eni odeya. V'loktani eni yadua. It doesn't say it's not known. It says he doesn't know. Shmamina. Yachi ma'ila maybe then what's the chiddush? Lafuki mi Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef says a person will not get himself into a suffix. Person will fall into a suffix. Toshma. Misha kiddush achas mishtei achayos. You gave kiddushin to one of two sisters. The eni odea is a kiddush. We don't know who. Nois and get lezu v'get lezu. He has to give a get to both. Now why? If it's kiddushin that's lo nimsra labia is not kiddushin, why he would require get? He can't have bia with either of them because it's a suffix achos ishto. Hoch ba'eskin and kishahukru lasof nisarbu. They also knew who it was and it got mixed up. They kanami diktani eino yodea v'loktani eni yadua. Yachi ma'ila. What's the chiddush? Sefer Itzrachalei, the end of the Mishnah, which says Mace, the guy who gave Kiddushin to one of the sisters died. Velo ach echad, he has one brother. The two sisters fall yibu. So choyletz lishteim, he has to give chlitzah to both. He can't do yibum because it's usher because of achos ishto. Hayulo shnayim, if there were two brothers, echad choyletz ve'echad miyabim. One gives chlitzah, and the other could be miyabim. Im kodmu v'konsu, if they didn't ask a shaila, they both married. Ein moitzino samiyadam. We don't force a divorce. And dafka michlitz v'adar yevumi, we require chlitza and then yibum of the second. Aval yevumi v'adar michlitz lo, because then it's achos ishto. The kopoga ba'achos zekukoso, with the sister of the one that he has a zika with. So you have to break the zika with the yibum. You have to break the zika.
I think he froze.
Me? Now?
Okay, now you're back.
Okay. Shnaim shekitshu shtechais, two people with Makadesh, two sisters. Zeni Odea is a Kiddush, neither one knows who they gave Kiddushin to. Zen noitin shnei gitim, zen noitin shnei gitim. Each has to give two gitim. So again, these are Kiddushin that are not Misrun Labiyah. According to Rava, you shouldn't need a get. We knew who they were. Then they got mixed up. They kanami diktani any odev loktani any adur shmamina. Yachi ma'ila mema. What's the chiddush? Sefer itzrichalei. Mace, if these people who gave kiddushin died, each have a brother. Each has to give chlitzah to both. They can't do yibum because maybe one of them is achos yivimto. One has one brother, the other has two brothers. The one who's one brother, he gives chlitz, and he can't be miyabim because he could be living with achazukukoso. And the two remaining brothers, one gives chlitz, and the other one can do yibum. Im kadmu, the konsuf, they didn't ask a shiloh, they married both. Ein moitzina samiyadam. Dafka michlitz v'adar yevumi, and it only works chlitza first and then yivum. Ava yevumi v'adar michlitz lo, because to kabaga be yavam l'shuk. You might be living with the woman who hasn't been gotten chlitza yet, who is usher to the shuk until she gets chlitza. Toshma. The Tani Tavyumi. L'zeh chamisha bonim u'l'zeh chamisha bonis. One man has 5 daughters, one has 5 sons. One of your daughters got kiddushin from one of my sons. Kol achas ve'achas. So we don't know who. So each daughter tzricha chamisha gitin. The 5 brothers each has to give a get to each daughter. And then it gets more complex. Meis echad mehem. One of the brothers died before the gets were given. So the 4 women need a get. I was like, one of the daughters died. So then there's 4 remaining daughters. The 4 remaining daughters need a get. Uchlitza me'echad me'amin. I guess. Meis echad me'am. One of the brothers died. Kol achas ve'achas tzrich arba gittin. There's only 4 remaining brothers. So the 4 remaining brothers have to give a get to each one of the 5 daughters. The chlitza me'achad. One of the brothers, chlitza, will break the zika. And the now, why do we need gittin? These should be kiddushin. She'enan mesurin labiyah shouldn't be a kiddushin. Kashan rava. You're going to give me the same answer. We knew who they were. Then they got mixed up. So it was clearly Kiddushin that was not Masur Labia at the time of Kiddushin because he didn't know who it was. Tiyufta l'Rava. Tiyufta. We cannot resurrect Rava. And therefore, Hilchos Kavose de Abaya. Now we paskin like Rav against Abaya in all places except for 6 places. Yal Kagam, which is Yer Shalom Midas, Eid Zomem, Lech Yaom and Me'elav, Kiddushin Shalom Nimsru Labia, Gilu Idas Beget, and Mumer Lahachis. Ma'isa B'chomer Shnoshi, Omer Rav, Shmami Nomi Masnisan, Arba Lochis. The Nokat Rav Yodei Tlos. Rav only understood 3. Shmami Noshi Makadish B'Pirot Shviyis Mekudeshes. If you give a woman fruit of Shemitah, it's a Kiddushin. Once he picked it up and he's Zoicha in it, it's his mammon. And therefore, he can be Makadish with it. If you stole something and gave the stolen object as Kiddushin, it's not a good Kiddushin. Even if he stole from her and gave it back. Imai, how do you know this? Miditoni Shilahem I saw, Vishal Shviyas I said, it was theirs. Taima Shviyas I saw Shefkeru. Ha Sharshnei Shaluf was other years. Low, because it's Gezel. Shmami no, Sheisha Nasa Shliach Lechaverta. A woman could become a shaliach for her other, for another woman to accept kiddushin. Afil b'malkim shenasas slatzar, even if she becomes a co-wife, which was the case in our mission. Idich mai, what's the 4th halacha? Kiddushin shein misrun lebia. That if you have kiddushin that cannot be consummated, is that considered kiddushin? Why not? He wasn't sure who the halacha was like, Abai or Rav. He saw like Rav Zera, Amalai Shmaitza Kamed Rav Yechna. Rav Zera went up to Eretz Yisrael. He said over the sug in front of Rav Yechna, Amalai, Mi Amar Rav Hachi, did Rav say this? Vu lo Amar Kei, Rav Yechna, Misha Gazov lo Nisyashu Abaylim. Somebody stole, but the Bailim are not abandoned. Shneim enam yicholim lagdish. Neither can use it to be makadesh to Beis Hamikdash. Zeh the gazlan lefishena shalom. V'zeh the owner lefishena b'shusa. And you can't use it for kiddushin either. So hachi kamerle. Yomer of kavos. Did Rav say like me? Meisvei. On the fact that Rav said Mekadesh Begezel is not Mekudeshes. Kitcha Begezel, if you gave Kiddushin with something you stole, Bechamas, something that you grabbed from a storekeeper and you paid for it, but the guy didn't want to sell it. Uvigneva, or you stole at night, or Shachatav Selamiyada, or you grabbed a coin from her hand, Vikitsha, Mekudeshes. So you can be Mekadesh with Gezel. Also Begezel Didah. You stole from her. Since she accepted it, she obviously was moichel on the Gezel. Hamiditani Seifa Oshachot Salmi Shalah, Michlal Deresha Begezel Damaskina. You already said you took something from her. The Resha must be not hers. The Gemara says, no, Perusha Kamafarish. It's an example of our Mishnah that it's an explanatory Mishnah, meaning Kitcha Begezel B'Chamas Ugneva Ketzad, Gon Shachatav Selam Yada V'Kitchabu. Okay, I'm going to stop here. We'll pick up tomorrow.
Okay.
Have a good Yontif, everybody. Have a wonderful Shmini.
Good Yontif.
Harold, are you back home or are you in the desert?
I'm home. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see you.
Yes, tomorrow.
5 o'clock.
Yes.
Mm.
Yontif.
Okay.